horsepower. Put horsepower to the ground, and that's the name of the game. You want to be able to get the truck set up right. Now, the equalizers pulling around, the first thing we're going to see is a chase course or an obstacle course, and they'll start on opposite sides of the arena as they get lined up. We're looking now at the equalizer. David is out of, as we mentioned earlier, Tennessee, right close to Nashville, Springfield, Tennessee.
Now the equalizer, a 1997 Chevy S10, 540 cubic inch engines producing 1,400 horsepower, something that weighs about 10,000 pounds.
That is that we used to build maximum weight. We wanted trucks that weighed 20,000 pounds because they thought they'd look good when they crushed cars. But nowadays, you cannot weigh less than 10,000 pounds in monster truck racing. And these trucks, I would venture to say you won't find one here tonight that weighs 1,100 pounds. I would say probably the situation on these trucks, they're weighing in at 1050, somewhere in that neighborhood. David Morris, 8 years he's been at it, married, got 2 children, and lovely wife. She is a great person to be around, and David's sitting in the truck right now. This is the concentration time.
Now the other lane is the other truck.
That is the Hall truck out of Sheheen, Illinois. The Hall brothers. This is the Executioner truck, 95 Chevrolet, 509 cubic inch. This is also a, well, they put the big motor in, 572, 1,600 horsepower truck. These guys are together, 2 trucks, 2 brothers. This young man is MTRA, Monster Truck Racing Association president of the Monster Truck Racing Association.
And the other thing we need to explain off the bat here is that we're going to start with the obstacle course first. So they're not going to be running side by side, but they're going to finish that way.
Difficult to explain, but they will leave facing each other. They also finish facing each other, but they'll make a complete loop around the arena before they get to the point for the finish line. The finish line down in the middle. The second set, when you're looking at your screen right now, the second set of holes is the finish line straight across. Center cars that they're going to crush is the finish line area. Motors are fired, Ralph, they're ready.
Well, the first ever live monster truck race being brought to you as a part of TNN's Motor Madness, the first of many live Friday nights of competition we're going to be bringing you all year long here on the Nashville Network as we continue to expand our live motor racing coverage for you. Walt Yarborough, Mike Galloway, and Ralph Sheheen, we're ready to bring it all to you. I hope it's warmer where you are. If it's not, we're about to heat it. Here we go.
All brothers lead well with the truck. You've got to land with the tires cut to the left on both sides of it. This is the first time they've got to go back to the respective set of cars before the finish line. And let's take a look.
Looks like the equalizer was, whoa, we got a big problem for the Executioner.
The Executioner, and that is something that is just unbelievable. I've never seen this kind of thing happen. But what happened, he hooked the left front tire, and I'm sure he hooked the left front tire in the trunk of one of the cars. Now, he's coming out of the truck. I'm sure he's not injured. There he is. Crawling out of the truck, looking over the top of it. Let's take a look at this. Now, watch the left front tire on this red car. He's crossed up a little bit, got the back tires, but see how it hooked inside there and when it got into the trunk, it slowed him down a little bit. Then he hit the berm and rolls right over on the side. First race of the year, first time live TV.
Walt Yarborough is down there with our driver. How is he, Walt?
Hi, Tim. What in the world happened? I don't know. I think the rear steering come around too far. Looks like we blew a tire off the wheel or something. So, man, that's the way it goes. You know, this racing is tough here, and small arena trying to do well, but oh well, looks like it's not too bad. We'll fix her and try to be back later. So he's going to kind of get the truck back together. Back up to you guys.
Well, there you can see, not only did he hit the rear of the trunk, but he did, as they would say in motocross racing, he kind of cased the jump with that big front tire, because that front tire got right into the side of the jump there, and it just didn't have enough to pull himself up out of the hole. So there is the wrecked Executioner of Tim Hall. He is upside down, and we're underway with exciting, we told you it'd be exciting, monster truck racing from Des Moines. Stay with us, we're just beginning. Welcome back to the Veterans Memorial Auditorium in frozen Des Moines, Iowa, as we are bringing the USA Motorsports Monster Truck Challenge. And there is a look at the Executioner, which has been executed here in round number 1. Watch what happened to him. So we got our first race underway.
Truck comes across the cars. Now, he mentioned earlier that he thought the rear steering might have gone astray, but it looks to me that he got into that trunk. It fell down on him. He went right into the berm. Then the truck comes over on the side. The rear tire does de-inflate on this truck, but I think that happens later on in the accident after the truck has already come to a rest on its side.
And you see the safety crews rushing to him, the staff of USA. There are safety features built into these trucks. In fact, one of them is an automatic remote shut-off.
It's exactly. It's called a RII, or remote ignition interrupter. And it's much like a two-way radio or walkie-talkie. And what happens when you push the button on it, it shuts the ignition off. It shuts the motor down completely, hoping the driver can retain control. Now, people that operate these, really, it is a judgment call. There is times that you cannot touch that. You must leave the truck under power. If it was on its nose, you'd have to leave it under power so we can drive it out of it. It really is a judgment call as to when that you touch the button to shut the engine down. This truck doesn't look all that much for wear on it. It looks like he's got a traction bar that may be down on it. I don't think he's in too much trouble actually on the truck as far as total destroyed. I wouldn't even see that. The truck just pretty well laid over on the side. There's Mr. Hall, and he's okay.
And the tricky thing is fixing these trucks because they're big. So it is difficult trying to get to a point where you can actually work on, especially when it's freezing cold outside, because most of these teams have things rigged up alongside their haulers to help work on the truck. But when you're in a situation like this, you're going to have to take that thing outside. It's minus 56 out there. So these guys got their work cut out for them to get the executioner back in shape. Sampson, muscles bulging, ready to go racing after this.